What's up, everyone? It is Queen Krazy K. Welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to Before and Afterthought podcast with Queen Krazy K as your host. Now, I know we haven't done these ones in a while. I moved out to Texas for a little bit, did some videos down there for some episodes and podcasts, just collaborated a few of them into one video for you guys. Just moved back home. Been here now a couple of weeks now. Got back home, been updating you guys on the Raw and SmackDown predictions and the videos itself with Money in the Bank, and then this past SummerSlam at Cleveland, Ohio, and now we are on our way to Bash in Berlin down in Germany per-view that's in a couple of weeks here. I've been updating you. I did a Monday Night Raw predictions, commentary, and result video. And then I just did a SmackDown commentary video, but I did update some over the weekend down in New York for some Fantasize on the front cover and updates. Well, now we're in the NFL season as well. Now it's football season now. That's the kind of football I watch, is only the NFL. I don't really watch the college ones. So with that, man, gave some updates and stuff on there. I also been playing my new Star Wars Unforced Unleashed game, and I also posted some vloggers game through my Xbox and my Wii on Instagram and YouTube as well, for all of us who like games, all of us who are in the WWE universe, all of us who like the updates. That is what this is about. And now here we are doing an episode of Before and Afterthought podcast. I'm going to collaborate. Now it's been 7 weeks since we did one of these podcast videos, so it'll be last 7, then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the episodes and podcasts all into one video, as we've done before. We've done single podcasts, we've done double knockout, we've done triple threat, we've done fatal 4-way. We've collaborated like a whole entire month, like I did a month ago when I was down in Texas. Now here I am in my hometown. Moved back home. And now this is going to be about a little over a month to be the 7th into one episode podcast. I mean, I did do my Raw prediction, Raw content, Raw video with these 7 weeks, though. And I did do my SmackDown, a little bit of the predictions, mostly content result videos, to see which one outweighed what in this past week. Looks like Raw outweighed when I was doing the predictions and result video for them, and then SmackDown, and then sometimes SmackDown was the reimbursed during SummerSlam and Money in the Bank time. And now this past Monday Night Raw was off the roof. The one from last week in Austin, Texas was off the chain with my Monday Night Raw video and results. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for the follows and the subscribe. So then, as a return, I gave you guys updates as gamers and as a WWE universe with the predictions, and I also get to fantasize this last SmackDown, as well as we're looking forward to Friday Night SmackDown tomorrow to see what goes on with this bloodline situation after attack against the original tribal chief Roman Reigns. We'll find out tomorrow. I think we should bring in the Usos. Well, as far as Roman Reigns goes, he can take on Solo as original tribal chief. But as far as like Tonga and Tanga go, I think the Usos will. It's just a matter of Jay accepting Jimmy's apology, if he even apologized, or just Jimmy if he accepts Jay after the betrayal and stuff. Maybe with them being brothers, the best tag team ever in WWE history, they will put all that against that side, because let's be real, when it was Roman and the Usos, the bloodline was unstoppable, was indestructible, and was untouchable. Now it's just a big joke. Original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns has already wiped out Solo 3 years when he was running the bloodline. That did not happen. So that's your first point right there. The Usos are the greatest tag team in WWE history. They need to come together with Roman Reigns, and maybe Jay will forgive them and come together with that being his blood, with that being his family, with that being his brother. Been down since day one in WWE, and then also with Roman just being his family in general. So and maybe Sami Zayn will get involved in the picture because he's always been a good friend of Jey Uso. We also got the champion American Nightmare Cody Rhodes on there. Like, Roman did spare you and help you out at SummerSlam, so maybe it's time you return the favor. So maybe we'll see Cody Rhodes return the favor against Roman Reigns. Like, we never would have thought a couple of years ago that we would see Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins on the same team, let alone on the same team, helping each other's out, having each other's backs, and becoming a tag team, and now even shook each other's hands and respected each other on a friendship or respectable as an athlete, as a superstar level. We never would have thought we'd seen that. So anything's happened. We saw Roman Reigns help out Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam when he did his return. Didn't lay a hand on Cody. Didn't even snarl at Cody. Just let him know that's what's up. So maybe it's because he's the original tribal chief, but that was kind of his thing when he went on SmackDown and wiped out the whole entire bloodline. And he is the original tribal chief that created the bloodline, and they were dominated, undefeated. Like I said, the Usos are the greatest tag team champions in WWE history. Him 3 years unstoppable as champ. And Paul Heyman, he's been in there since the beginning of WWE. Yeah. So, and he's been with every single one of Roman Reigns and the Usos, including themselves and their family, The Rock, and all that. Like, he's family whether blood or not. So he knows the bloodline more than anybody as far as the situation goes, and they all know that. So with all that being said, we know we're going to see Paul Heyman on Roman Reigns' side as the original tribal chief to let him know what he owns, and that is getting back his island, his show, his spots. And the Usos got to help out with that. Maybe we'll see, like I said, either Cody Rhodes, because he's on SmackDown, return the favor and be on Roman Reigns' team, because anything's possible. We never thought that would happen when I said Cody and Seth was on team, but it did. So, and also Roman helped Cody Rhodes, which that was a shocker as well. So maybe we'll see Cody help Roman Reigns out against the bloodline, since he not only has a problem with the bloodline, but also kind of like, hey, you have my back, now I got your back, regardless of what you did it for. And we'll see Roman and Cody on the same team, blowing our minds that they're on the same team, that they're not knocking each other out in the same arena, let alone Cody and Roman accomplishing together against the bloodline. And then that just leaves the Usos to come in. Roman Reigns, the Usos, for Solo and Tony as far as Jacob Fatu, who did that attack last week, 1 foot and all. That's where the American Nightmare champion Cody Rhodes comes in. So we'll see what happens tomorrow on. That is my prediction as far as handling the bloodline situation as we head into the Friday Night SmackDown tomorrow night. And toward Bash in Berlin, maybe get a pay-per-view match after the collaboration going here for a 4-on-4 8-man tag action. And that's what I think as far as since and before SummerSlam now, what I think about that. And as far as Monday Night Raw, I pretty much got it out in my commentary, my predictions, and result video. If you guys have already seen those videos, you guys have already been following, getting the updates, you guys have been subscribing, and I mentioned the Fantasize in New York with it all. Mommy always being on top, Rhea Bloody Ripley returning to Monday Night Raw. She's been on her best game. Ever since she's came back, she seems happier, she seems stronger, she seems better. It seems like she's getting to feel what she wanted to do in the beginning, which is, she's always got a smile on her face, but it was like an evil smile, or it was like a death stare. Now she gets to smile, less makeup, gets to be herself, gets to enjoy all those moments and things that she got to enjoy then, because she is the most decorated female superstar in WWE. She is the most dominated and fearless superstar in WWE. She is their UK champion, women's champion, NXT women's champion, Raw women's champion, SmackDown women's champion, tag team women's champion, won the Royal Rumble, won in her hometown at Elimination Chamber, sparked the whole roof out in main events. She's been to WrestleMania and the main event. She's knocked off almost all the horsewomen: Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Bayley, the ones that are still in WWE. So, with that being said, she's done it all. Rhea Ripley is dominated because of all the things she has accomplished. Getting that respect from people like me who's been there since day one, and now the rest of the WWE Universe has seen what she can do. Mommy is always on top. World Women's Champion as well. Champion or not, Mommy is always on top. Rhea Ripley gets to enjoy that, gets to smile, gets to kind of praise and be like, hey, I'm proud of myself too. And gets to do it live rather than having to do it in the back. She's got married since then. She's got a cute puppy who's now a big and strong, muscular fella. But she is beautiful. She's got married now. She's got a great wrestling career that she's already accomplished. She's got the WWE Universe showing her that respect. She enjoys her life. And at Fantasize, Rhea Ripley was the one that had a whole arm full of friendship bracelets because of the fact that people were respecting her and seeing her. She's been dominated on the microphone. She's chased out the opponents a little more since that SummerSlam happened. We've already seen her get her hands on both Liv and Dominic for the betrayal. As far as Liv thinking she was going to win something that wasn't hers to begin with, and as far as Dominic's betrayal, we've seen Priest get his hands on him, the one that's never stabbed him in the back. And here's the thing, Liv Morgan wants to say, well, she's taken everything from Rhea, but like Rhea said, you take it a lot, but not everything. Because when Rhea Ripley was running Judgment Day, the Judgment Day was making people fear them by destroying every single person. And they finally got to get that momentum back. But again, it was Rhea Ripley that brought them out of that. Because it was Rhea Ripley, when she was in the Judgment Day, she made people fear them by dominating people, to know that they were there, to see them. And if you weren't going to respect them, you were going to fear that the Judgment Day dominated on Monday Night Raw because of Rhea Ripley. Not sitting backstage playing video games and pretending like you're a dominated team. Not running away from a fight, barely even doing matches. When she was with you guys, you all had gold around your waist. Dominic wants to call himself a man. She gave you all those beatings to make you a man. And yet you're still not, because you run away from her. She got her hands on you and almost threw you through an announcement table for stabbing her in the back at SummerSlam and put you in your place to squash that. Got a real man she's trying to kill. Got a real situation now, right? So, and then you got Liv Morgan, who's, now Rhea's been saying exactly what I've been saying, trying to play the victim in something that you was the criminal. She's already warned you, she's already let you know that's your fault. You didn't take the hint, you didn't take the lesson, you didn't listen to her before when she told you what's up before. That's your fault. You didn't take that in consideration, that you didn't listen to her, that you didn't take that hint and be like, okay, maybe I'll just give you your space and back up a little bit. I stuck my neck so far out for Rhea Ripley because I knew what was going on. Like, I was sticking up. Everybody was on Team Liv at first. I had to stick my neck out for Rhea Ripley, and Rhea said exactly what I've been saying. Cleared the air, and everybody's respecting Rhea because of her accomplishments, because she cleared the air. And I've been down with her since day one. Mommy's always on top, champion or not champion. She is the most dominated woman in WWE. The strength and the bullets. Like I said, she held Judgment Day together to make people fear them, not play video games, not run away from a fight. They had gold around their waist. They finally got to do that last week on Raw. Got to feel that again for the Judgment Day to run WWE. But let's be real. Again, Rhea Ripley was in the picture when you pulled that out of you. When you pulled those stunts last week, Rhea Ripley was in the picture. So, and Rhea Ripley, all the family that she's ever needed, that never stabbed her in the back, that is still by her side. You want to say you took her family, like she said, you took her weak links, is what she said. Because they are. Without her, they're not dominating. They dominated last week, but she was in the picture. And before that, they were just playing video games. They had gold around their waist, and only Liv Morgan has gold around her waist. And then the tag team. So, not all of them, though. And they still run away from a fight. And last week, now they might have some confidence. But again, Rhea brought them out of them because Rhea Ripley was the one that let them know about themselves, that told them what's up. And then all of a sudden they found some charisma and they found some guts. And even last week they struggled to get 2 people down. Damian Priest beat the hell out of them. Wasn't going to let them watch. Beat the hell out of them. Knew they was going to come from behind. Use a steel chair. Use a weapon against their own. And Rhea Ripley, I mean, she didn't see that blindside from Liv. I mean, it was Rhea Ripley that got screwed. Damian Priest pretty much got him. But again, Rhea Ripley brought that Judgment Day that they want to call themselves the Judgment Day out of them. Whereas the Terror Twins, they're dominating, they're strong, and they're powerful on their own. Damian Priest, former United States champion, former Money in the Bank senior, former World Heavyweight champion. And guess what? They want to talk about their accomplishment and things like that and talk about the family, but Rhea Ripley still has, who never stabbed her in the back, all the family that she's always had, that never once betrayed her, that was there for her through thick and thin, and that's still by her side, still her family, and that's her Terror Twin, Damian Priest. That's all the family right there. Not people that pretend something they're not, because they act like they're her family to her face, but did any of them check on her when she was injured? No. Only Damian Priest, her real family member, that's right by her side still as a Terror Twin. So, you didn't take her family. And you want to say, well, I took Dominic Mysterio. Okay, that shows how much she doesn't care about Dominic. And if it wasn't for Rhea Ripley giving the beatings to Dominic, he wouldn't be the man that you're so claiming that you took. She even showed him what happens when you betray him. Her almost threw him through a table. Even told him, hey, you know what? That's what I wanted you to do in the first place. As an individual, as a superstar, as an athlete. You did something because Rhea made you do it. Because Rhea Ripley beat the hell out of you to get you to understand. You be a man then if you want to be a man. And, you know, the crowd's going back to booing you and not letting you speak because you make no sense when you talk on the microphone. So, and then Rhea said what she had to say in her ring, in her division. Monday Night Mommy, brutality tour, domination. She said everything that I've been saying and make sure everyone can clear the air and hear that and understand the situation. She was never the bad guy, as I've been saying. And now that people see that, it's enjoyable. Now that you got a whole 1,000 people on your side, that's all it takes is the minimum of a crowd sometimes for one person, even if it versus all, you guys used to be a pack of wolves, now you're hyenas. Meanwhile, Priest and Rhea Ripley, they're dominating. They're on top of their game. They're still indestructible. That's why it takes all y'all to take them down, and yet you still struggle to take them down. So, you didn't take her family. Damian Priest is her family. He's by her side. You didn't take Dominic. She made him into the man that you like, and she almost threw him to the announcement table last week. And then, on top of it all, you said you took her World Women's Championship belt. You never beat Rhea Ripley in a fair fight for that Women's Championship belt because Rhea never lost it. And then you used a steel chair at SummerSlam. So you never beat Rhea in a fair fight for it. What I think is going to happen at Bash Berlin, it's supposed to be a mixed tag action, but it's going to be a 5-on-2. They're all yelling yeet, but I'm like, they got the bloodline though that needs Jay. But maybe they'll do where it's Cody Rhodes helping out Roman Reigns, something you wouldn't normally see, something that you thought you would never see. Cody Rhodes standing by the aid in the side of Roman Reigns because he helped him at SummerSlam. Maybe Cody would do the right thing as a champion, and also because he's like, hey, you know what? You had my back at SummerSlam. Cody's going to have your back on SmackDown and handle Jacob Fontu and Solo. And as far as the other two go, I mean, Jimmy could come out of injury and collaborate back with Roman. And then maybe we could see that would still leave a place for Jay, though, as far as we know. So, as far as then switching guns over to Raw, who would help Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest? Maybe we'll see Jey Uso either help the Judgment Day and then the Bloodline just be a man's shirt and use Paul Heyman as some distraction for Roman Reigns, and then it'd be Cody helping him out. Something that you wouldn't think you would see in the next lifetime. But here we are. Roman Reigns taking on Solo. Cody by his side against Jacob Fontu. Now, as far as Tong and Tanga go, Jimmy could come back after an injury, but you're missing Jay. So maybe Paul Heyman can cause some kind of distraction. Maybe we'll see Kevin Owens then joining that team. And it'll be Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Like, we can naturally see Jimmy because he was a part of that team. So you naturally see that. You naturally see Roman Reigns taking out Solo as the original Tri-Chief, owning his island, with Jimmy coming out of injury for Jacob Fontu and Tanya Tatum. But maybe you see Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, something you wouldn't think you would see, help each other, especially after everything the Bloodlines put them through. But maybe because why Roman's gone, that they put him so much that they feel a little bit more anger towards them than they do him and help him out. And because he did have Cody Rhodes back at SummerSlam. So I'm going to go with Cody and Kevin Owens are going to help Roman Reigns and out of injury Jimmy for the Bloodline situation on SmackDown tomorrow night. We'll find out what kind of teams we got and get an 8-man match at Bash in Berlin. And as far as then that would bring us to Monday Night Raw, then that would leave Rhea Ripley to take out Liv, Damian Priest to take out Finn, and then we would have Jey Uso, who would love to take out Dominic. He doesn't like him. As far as that match and stuff go, and you've seen him be cool with Rhea Ripley, he likes her obviously, and then you see Damian Priest accept him and even yeeted for him, and Rhea hasn't said anything bad about him. So as Rhea's taking out Liv, Priest is taking out Finn, they would accept Jay, as they already accepted him on different occasions, to take out Dom, who's already had that altercation with them, being on great page with Rhea and Priest. Now, as far as Tanya Tay on the Bloodline, like I said, that Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes would substitute. So then now take us to Monday Night Raw. We still got Toledo and JD. That way the Bloodline situation's handled. And it's something you wouldn't think seeing. But it makes sense with them having the issues and having the back. And also, we didn't think we'd see Seth and Cody. But they've been having each other's back, been on the same team, been a tag team, and shake each other's hands. So anything is possible to see Cody return the favor of Roman that he did at SummerSlam for him and take out Jacob Fontu and Solo Sikoa. And as far as Tong and Tanga, that would bring in Kevin Owens and Jimmy. Because you had Bloodline issues since day one that they've been putting you through. And also, Cody's your friend. You're not going to let him just be on his own, whether you get along with Roman or not. And the only reason why Cody did is because, hey, Roman had his back, so he's returning the favor. So that handles the Bloodline situation on SmackDown, as we had the Friday Night SmackDown tomorrow. And then that would bring us to Rhea Ripley taking out Liv, Priest for Finn, and Jey Uso joining the game on Raw. It would be now the Judgment Day versus the Terror Squad. And then he can take out Dom. He's been on good occasions with Rhea. He's never said nothing bad about it. He's been on good occasions with Priest. He's respecting him after their matches a couple times and even heated with them. So The question is, who's going to help him against Finn Balor or who's going to help him against the extra two, Toledo and JD. That's the only problem, that they're still going to be, got to get Jay on the same page. Got to get that Cody and Kevin match going. We'll find out tomorrow on SmackDown as far as that team goes, and towards the Bash and Berlin match for the tag team. And then that'll bring us to Raw. Okay, we can imagine Jey Uso's going to join Rhea and Priest to take out Finn, who cost him his chance. Liv, who never won his belt, and Dom, who Jay doesn't like, for this coming Raw towards their mixed tag team action at Bash in Berlin for what happened at SummerSlam, and they get their titles back. Now the question is, who are the other two people that's going to handle Toledo and JD? Now I was going to say something about maybe Braun Strowman, but it looks like we got a Braun Strowman and Bryson Reed match for what happened. Him trying to take out the Miz after he's already won, and of course Seth's getting his revenge when he comes back for attacking him. So now the question is, will we see Jay join that team? Will we see that team happen on the Bloodline situation tomorrow on SmackDown? Will we get that tag match at Burlington Bash? And then on Raw, will Jey Uso join the third? And as Judgment Day is feeling great that, hey, you know what, we got a 5-on-3 against the Terror Squad. Who were the other two to join that team towards their mixed tag action, as Priest and Rhea look forward to get their revenge on Liv and Dom for what happened at SummerSlam. So those are some my predictions for the questions and answers and updates as we head to SmackDown and Raw towards Bash tomorrow. And so those are my episodes of the podcast as far as that goes. Now I just want to take it back to Money in the Bank before we head out here, as we're at the end of the year. It is in August, end of August, and it's getting a little chilly, getting a little fall. It's getting towards the end of the year now, where we will head to 2025, the retirement of John Cena, the GOAT, 16-time champion. I think he should be inducted into the Hall of Fame of 2025, and he is a legend. Mr. Hustle, loyalty, respect, never give up. There's a documentary of his first matches. There's, I got the movie of when he's wrestling back at OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling School, and then also the matches, becoming the prototype, and then where he became a rookie, and then switched guns over to the Word Life, to now You Can't See Me, to now the respected went to wrestling, came back, and on SmackDown for that little bit that he did, and then went to movies and did some appearances at Money in the Bank, like one of his favorite pay-per-views. That's why John Cena would make his appearance at Money in the Bank again, this time with the official retirement of 2025, the last run for John Cena. He was talking about what the 10 opponents should be. I think John Cena should obviously collaborate on Monday Night Raw. See the classic John Cena versus Randy Orton matches. They have great matches. They have great collaborations. They got great careers. They've been in there for over 20 years. They've been world champions. They've been Mr. Money in the Banks. They've been run the Royal Rumble. They got so much in common, so much history with each other, amongst each other, and also that best friendship. So I think that seeing John Cena and versus Randy Orton collaboration match on Monday Night Raw would be a classic. I think that maybe we could see, on top of that, then maybe we could see John Cena try out the new, according to him, a rookie, because he's been in over 20 years, and our Intercontinental Champion just got there, as far as him as an individual. Of course, he has a legend there that's way before him and John Cena's time, with his Uncle Sterling being in there. But now we got Braun Baker as Intercontinental Champion as the rookie. I think maybe he will step up to the plate against John Cena and then John Cena can fight for the Intercontinental Championship belt, something that he's never won. So that'll give you that chance and that opportunity. Then you can go against our United States champion, something you love and care about so much, against LA Knight, who I believed when John Cena came out for a little bit on SmackDown, maybe a cross paths, but we never seen them in a match. So, John Cena versus Randy Orton on Raw, classic. John Cena versus The Miz, who's always pushed him to his boundaries and beyond the points. Genius. R-Truth, who respects and loves John Cena, being his hero and everything. Love to see that. Collaborating with R-Truth, going classic with Randy, and Miz, who pushes him on beyond his limits. Braun Baker, you never won the Intercontinental Championship, plus he's fresh meat, so maybe try him out and see, hey, I'm going to see what you're made of. And maybe, I was thinking maybe John Cena, Braun Strowman, since you lost that one match against him when Braun Strowman was just strong and power monster, but you always talk about strength and power and beating giants like Mark Henry and the Big Show in the past, Brock Lesnar, a heavy center, but we're never going to see John Cena get to do that against Braun Strowman, so maybe that's something we get to see. And then on the SmackDown brand, like I said, you see Roman Reigns and John Cena, who had their Raw awards and brought out the best in Roman Reigns, and also see John Cena then go for the United States Championship belt, as we've seen a couple of times, because he cares so much about it. And we've never seen him in LA Knight fights. I don't think him and LA Knight's ever crossed paths that I can recall. They might have crossed paths backstage at one of the pay-per-views or something, but we haven't really seen them tangle in a match or anything. So I think that should happen as far as that goes. And then, so if he does a classic match with Randy Orton on Raw, childhood memory, your childhood buddy, R-Truth respects you, you get to collaborate with R-Truth and fight The Miz, pushes you over your limits, and Randy Orton and you are classic matches. Braun Breaker, Intercontinental Champion, it's something that you never won and something you never accomplished in fresh meat. And then taking on the SmackDown, you and Roman Reigns had some war, of course. And of course, then we got Cody Rhodes over there at LA Knight, United States Champion, Undisputed Championship over there. So that's what I think the reuniting superstars for John Cena before his retirement in 2025 and new. And yes, I think he should be inducted into the Hall of Fame as far as 2025 go. And as far as him being at WrestleMania in Las Vegas, I think that him and CM Punk should face off at WrestleMania. So those are my reunitions on Raw for John Cena, as he's got one last run in 2025 before he retires in 2025. So new on SmackDown, I think he should verse. And I think that his WrestleMania opponent should be CM Punk. And yes, he's already been calling him a legendary and the greatest of all time. Let's just make it official, put him in the Hall of Fame. Make those matches, or at least most of them, happen. So with all that being said, that covers the episodes and the podcast for the last little over a month. Covers the updates and situation. Check out my last Raw video if you haven't already seen it. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you follow, check out these episodes and podcasts and my other podcasts more like it. And of course, tomorrow when I post my SmackDown video and some updates tonight, when I post some NFL football on Instagram. Only for a Steelers Chiefs fan, not just any. So check out my other podcasts, including these episodes of podcasts. If you any questions or comments, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share it and you follow. Check out my last Raw and SmackDown prediction. They're really great and it's really off the chain, really updated. I really like that, how it impacted. And check out my course. I update some videos, which I'll be updating my rapping account and all the videos within today. So y'all can comment. And y'all can also share as I did this and more podcasts like it. And also you can follow with my other belt videos more. And you can also see the updates because tomorrow I'll be doing the SmackDown video and posting it as well. So with all that being said, Krazy K out. Peace.